Hey guys, it's Nina Nevsky from Worship Piano Tutorials, and I want to show you how to play the song Wonderful, Merciful Savior. It was requested by one of my patrons. Thank you so much. I am really glad that I actually learned this song. The introduction starts off with, looks like this. Wonderful, merciful, and then it goes into the verse. So again, introduction is just a chord of A. So we have it pretty simple. And this song is mostly the flowy style that I call. It's when your hand is moving like this. And it's just a skill that you have to learn, and I actually have a lesson on it on my website if you need. So I go into detail of how to play that flowy style. But for now, you just play the first, fifth, and first of a chord. A lot of times I'll be also playing the first, third, fifth. First, third, fifth, and first. So for this introduction, you're just going to be playing the first, fifth, and first. With your right hand, you're going to be playing these notes. It's an inverted of an A. So here's the A, and here's the A inverted. So after you play that inverted A with your right hand, you're going to go into third, fourth, and fifth of an A. So here's the A chord. You're going to be doing third, fifth, first, and then third, fourth, fifth. So. And then we're going to move down an octave. And then we're going to keep our left hand in the low, and then we're going to put our right hand back in the highs. Wonderful. And you're going to want to keep your right hand in the highs for the first verse, or at least for the first line of the first verse. Anyway, so that's how you play the introduction. I hope I really didn't go too fast. If you need, go ahead and rewind if you need to watch that again, but I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. One more time in slow motion. Wonderful, and then you go straight in. Anyway, so moving on to the verse. The verse chords are A. So a lot of times in the song, I'll be playing the inverted A. And then you have a C sharp minor. And then you have a D. And then an E. So I'm going to be playing an inverted E. And then you have an F sharp minor. And then a D. I'm also going to be playing inverted. You could also play like this. I'll be doing inverted. And then you have a A, E, F sharp minor. And then again you have so you have that D transition, and then A, E, and then A. So that's the chords of the verse, and they're the same. They're the same for verse 2. So going straight into the verse, I'm just going to show you how I do it from the introduction and on. So wonderful, merciful Savior, precious Redeemer and friend. So you want to do as quiet as you can here. So when you're pressing on the keys, make it kind of quiet and keep your right hand kind of in the highs, just hitting one note of a chord here and there. So for example, like wonderful, merciful Savior. See how I'm doing just like a third, fifth of A, just really quietly. Then C sharp minor, right? I'm going to do a third. Precious Redeemer and friend. Precious Redeemer and friend. So for that second line, I just played a third of C sharp minor, a third of D, and then a first of E with my right hand. So very minimal, right? You're not going all out yet. And then going into F sharp minor. Who would have thought that love could rescue the souls of men? Oh, rescue the souls of men. So after the verse 1, you have the same instrumental as the introduction. So rescue the souls of men. Counselor, comforter, keeper, spirit we long to embrace. So a lot of times with the E here at the end of that second line, you could do a little like embrace. Kind of play this through. So it's just a fourth, fifth, and third of E. Brace. You offer hope when our hearts have hopelessly lost the way. Oh, hopelessly lost the way. You are, and then you go into the chorus. So again, just a recap of the flowy style. You saw in verse 1, I kind of explained to you that I'm just hitting the some notes here and there with my right hand. But in the second verse, we see that my right hand is a lot more engaged and I'm actually playing a lot more. So I'm going to explain to you what I'm playing there. So when I'm playing the A, right? So notice what I'm doing is I'm starting the flowy style with my left hand and I'm simply ending it with my right hand. So that's how I do it, and mostly with every chord, that's what I do, and it just turns out to be like this flowy goodness. It sounds so beautiful. So, Counselor, Comforter, Keeper. And while I'm continuing it with my right hand, I keep playing with my left hand, like either the fifth or the first again. So kind of just like continue it. You could even do it, just like practice that. And as long as you have to hold that chord out, you're going to be doing this action. Spirit we long to embrace. So remember with the E, brace. So remember that. You offer hope when our hearts have hopelessly lost the way. Oh, hopelessly lost the way. Or end it off with A. So that's just how I do the flowy style in verse 2, really simple. And that's actually the same style that I'll be using in the chorus. So the chorus chords are F sharp minor, and then you have an E, that we praise, D, E, and then again, same thing, F sharp minor, E, D, E. Now again, I'm playing inverted chords again. I hope you're used to me playing inverted chords by now, but I love inverted chords. It kind of makes it easy for my flowy style to kind of continue versus like having that big gap. Anyway, and then you have your F sharp minor, so you have an F sharp minor, D, and then A, E, F sharp minor, and then as a transition you have D, and then again A, E, and A. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and then I'll kind of go back and explain everything. So after verse 2, oh, hopelessly lost the way. So E as a transition chord. You are the one that we praise. You are the one So again, it's a new song for me. I might not know all the voice parts correctly, but you start off with that F sharp minor and you transition to the E pretty quick. So the flowy style is going pretty fast, right? So notice that in the chorus, instead of just starting off the flowy style and continuing it with my right hand, I'm starting the triad chord with my right hand at the same time as I'm starting the first with my left. So for example, you are the one. So, and then with my right hand, I continue as well, but I do that initial triad as well because we want to be a little louder at this point. So see how I'm pressing on the triads? So notice the D that I just played, I did the first, third, fifth, first pattern. And then the F sharp minor again. So notice how my hand is overlapping here. So what I did is I'm doing first, fifth, first, and then I'm doing a third over here. Don't worry, once you get used to the flowy style, that's going to be such a normal thing for you. Like this finger will always be the overlapping finger for you. You know? Anyway, so D, and then A. Hearts always hunger for more. Oh, our hearts always hunger for more. And then you go into verse 3, which is the same chords as verse 1 or 2, and it is pretty gentle. So, Almighty Infinite Father. So you can do some high notes here, throw them in, you know. Faithful, loving your arm. Here weakness you find us falling before your throne. Oh, falling before your throne. So remember that in the verse, you could also do this little solo at the D. So for example, falling before your throne, falling. So you could do like this. What I'm doing is playing, so think of the chord D. So I'm doing third and fifth of D, and then I'm doing fourth and second of D, and then first and third of D. So again, falling before your throne. And then you could just do the second and first of D again. So for example, falling before your throne. Falling. So you could also include that. That's a pretty part. So, your throne, falling before your throne. You kind of work the vocals around that, right? Anyway, so that's how you play the third verse. It's really soft and gentle, and then you go into the chorus again, you know. Throne. Remember the E transition? You are the one that we praise. Anyway, so that is the whole song. Everything else is just like gorgeous flowy style piano playing. So I hope you can do that. It takes a lot of practice. Again, if you need a detailed lesson of how to play the flowy style, go on my website /lessons and you're going to find, you know, helpful lessons as well as the flowy style lesson. Again, if you want to donate to this ministry, it's going to mean so much to me. Just go ahead and click on the link at the end of this video and it will have a donation option available for you. Thank you so much, and I will see you on my next video. Goodbye.